So we're back. That was we had technical difficulties. First intro went terribly, so here we are again.
Try it one more time.
Yeah. At least I didn't have the intro Andre had in our group episode. Do you remember?
What did he do again?
His voice broke.
Oh, do you know what's so funny? Me and him. Oh, that's
On that
what we
video.
can talk about. Me and Andre did that trend. That was so
You know
good.
what's funny about that reel? You know when you say his voice breaks?
Yeah.
The very
Yeah.
next thing, his voice broke.
I said, Andre, if you don't clip this correctly, you're doing yourself a disjustice. Like, come on.
That was
You
fucking
must.
perfect.
That was so much
That was
fun.
perfect. But
And do you
you-
know what's so funny?
Mm,
He didn't tell me what he was gonna base his off.
yeah.
And then when we got there, I had some of them planned out already.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh yeah, mine are all about fitness, by the way." And I was like,
Oh boy.
"Oh boy,
Yeah.
you're in
Do
for
I
a
have
treat
news
now."
for you?
So then, yeah, just said what I had.
I respect it. You said the one that killed me was a suspect doesn't have a dad.
Yeah,
But it was the way you said it. It was just, I said, man, that was evil. That was evil.
do you know what? I was just giving everybody the full truth.
Nah, fair enough. He was a suspect.
Yeah.
He was on the run. So you had to
And
catch
it's
him.
because he turned around and was like, "He's out there
Yeah,
somewhere."
he's somewhere. His response was clean. I can't lie.
Because it's true. Yeah.
But yes,
So that was the fun of that.
how have you been anyway?
All right, just patiently waiting for my holiday.
Yeah, she's going away again, guys. Where are you going this
I'm going to Egypt.
Oh.
And I'm so excited about it. But it's
First time?
Yeah. First time to Egypt. And Noor's very excited about it.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Our
Makes
friends
sense.
from Egypt.
Yeah. Claims she's from. We don't really know.
Wow, not the claim. God, she's going to come for you. Yes, but I'm only going for 5 days, which is enough sometimes.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Exciting. All inclusive too.
No, that's clean. This week I'm off work.
Oh, freedom.
So by the time you're back, I'll be back,
Back at work. Yeah.
So that's,
We're both having a holiday
Yeah.
at the same time. I like that.
that's good stuff.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, can't wait to go back to work.
Also, though, talking about my holiday, I did my nails.
She never does her
I
nails.
did my nails. I do.
No, you
I
don't.
did my. Yes, I do.
No, you don't, man.
I do these a lot, right? I just don't like paying for them, so it's
I
stressful.
hear it. I hear it.
Anyway, I did my nails, and then I dyed my mum's hair this morning.
It's like Dalmatian on one.
And
It could be a look though. She, you gotta spice it
The
up a little
snail.
bit. Maybe do a little design, then do it on the next one. So yeah, man.
yeah, that's gonna be my evening. How exciting! Good job. Yeah, it's upsetting, but we'll move on from that.
Yes, we'll be fun.
Cute.
But well, a little segue into our one. Today's episode is about how long the talking stage should last, because we saw a reel on Instagram.
Yep.
They were doing one of them street interviews, and he asked the guy how long should the talking stage last, and he said 5 years, which is a bit mad.
The thing is, right, like the guy says, I think he weirdly explains it well.
He does,
And
He
it's a
does.
bit like,
he brings you around, and you start thinking,
yeah, you know when someone talks you into something,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want to agree with you,
but I have
kind
to.
of think I might. I don't want to.
I used like uni as a comparison.
Yeah.
You get to know people, and you're studying. For example, you compare it to
Yeah.
studying, and then you don't finish studying. You kind of go on to do your masters, so you have to do more research and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So I understood. I don't know if I agree.
5 years is a long time.
Yes, because that's just talking stage. That's just talking.
Yeah, like nothing
It's not-
else.
Yeah, it's not officially.
But then
together.
again, I think it depends what you
Talking stages?
include in your
Yeah.
talking stage.
Right.
Because like in his world, his talking stage could be they're still sleeping together though in this 5 years.
Yeah.
So really and truly, you're just avoiding the title.
But
if you're
then-
doing everything else,
But then how do you introduce that person when, I don't know, you bump into a friend or you take them to an event or whatever?
this is my talking stage.
I would feel so offended if a girl said that about me. A girl that I've been with for 3 years. yeah, this is my talking stage.
Ah!
Oh,
That's the thing. It's like how even my friends would feel weird.
yeah.
They wouldn't know what to say.
Yeah. Do you say partner? Partners,
No,
I
because
guess.
you've decided not to do that yet.
Damn.
It's your
Is
pen
she
pal.
right?
Do you know what I mean? Like you haven't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to bring that person
Yeah.
around people and have something to say.
Yeah, because I'd feel uncomfortable saying this is my friend or hearing her say
Friend is
this
deep.
is my friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't know. It would feel,
Because
feel
if you're,
weird.
if you're, let's say you're just talking
Yeah.
for 5 years, that's your friend.
Right.
It's not a talking stage. It's your friend. You've created
If
a
you're
friendship.
just talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you're actually just talking for 5 years, that's what we do as friends.
Facts. Big facts. She's not wrong. I'm looking at
So
your camera. She's not wrong.
that's mine. And like, if you're doing more than that, what are you?
That's a tough one. That is
Yeah.
a tough one. We need to find him and understand
Yeah.
what he says.
What are your bullet points of a
Yeah.
talking stage? Because if you're sleeping together and you're going out and you're talking all the time and you're basically doing what a couple's doing. You just don't want the title.
Yeah.
Really and truly. If you're like going on dates and talking, but you're not sleeping together, that's dating. That's a long time to do that with somebody.
I mean,
5 years.
Some people don't need to sleep with each other.
I know, but like
I do.
So let me not rule myself out of this. Yeah, but like it kind of changes the title of it
Yeah.
once you have slept with somebody.
Yeah, for sure. It's more intense now. I
Yeah.
guess.
So I feel like 5 years. It's very stressful, this question.
All right. So for me though, a talking stage,
Okay, yeah.
a lot of people,
Let's work our way up to it.
Yeah. because a lot of people feel like it's like 3 months, and then you're
Yeah.
in a relationship. And
It's kind of quick though.
I highly disagree.
It's kind of quick.
Highly disagree.
I feel like that's love bombing. Like, don't come over here so soon.
Yeah, like you're doing too much.
Yeah.
And usually it is the women who will be like, okay, but what
Yeah,
are
yeah.
we now? What are we? And some will be okay with, okay, we're exclusive. Some will be okay with that.
Yeah.
Others will be like, nah, I need you to put a real title in it.
Yeah.
3 months, I don't know you, like you said. There's a
Yeah.
love bombing. I don't know you really. We're still getting to know each other. Are we sleeping together? Most likely. So I understand why it's more intense now.
Yeah.
And why on the female side, she might want that comfort of, okay, yeah, he's just mine. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. But on a partnership level, knowing each other, we don't know each other. Because the likelihood we're spending every day together is low. Because we should all be working or have our own
But
lives.
this is, and I think that's where it gets sticky because if you meet somebody at a time in your life where you're both not doing anything,
it's easier to get to that
it's so
stage.
easy to get pulled in to the what are we? Because
Yeah.
you've been seeing each other as much as every day for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So of course you're gonna feel like you know that person.
For sure.
But really and truly, in those 3 months, they're still the same person. So you haven't really watched them
Yeah.
enough.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? It's still the same time frame. Like, I could talk to somebody. It depends. I feel like it depends how you speak to people. Because I don't mind texting. Whereas some people hate texting.
Yes.
And some people like phone people. I'm like, "Ugh, don't call
What, they're talking on the phone?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't call my phone. Don't call my phone.
No.
Don't call my phone. Because I feel like for me, texts are like give me more availability to say what I want to say because I can reply when I have time.
Yeah.
I feel like if you call me, I'm just gonna be like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, and it seems rude.
Like I don't
it
want to
seems
be
rude.
that person. So like I could text somebody for weeks on end. But then in that, like when I think about it, that could work out to be over a month.
Right.
But I still haven't seen that person. Like
You're talking
every
about,
day.
Like, oh yeah, but you've met
Yeah.
occasionally, maybe once
Yeah,
a week
exactly.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like when you do it intensely,
Yeah.
you're gonna feel like you know that person,
Yes.
and it's like it's not long enough. 5 years. I keep getting the 5 years in my head. I'm like, what?
You need to see if you're gonna get sick of each other first before you before you make that full
The thing
commitment.
is, yeah, the way I see it is like if you're dating somebody, I think you need to see each other in so many different scenarios. If you can say to me, okay, we've been seeing each other for 3 months, but we've been in all these kind of situations because people are very different in different kind of environments.
Yeah.
And I think if you place people in certain situations, you learn more about them.
Yeah.
If you can say to me, oh yeah, you've been dating for this long and you've done all these kind of things, different situations, and you can tell me all these things about them, then I get it.
Yeah.
But if it's a thing where you've been seeing each other, you've just been going to each other's house for the last 3 months, what are you learning?
I hear it.
What are you actually learning about this person?
There's only so many conversations you can keep having.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of the time, if you just go into each other's houses, a lot of the time it's just you're doing more physical,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
And
It's
also, why
more
are you hiding
sleeping
each
with
other?
Ah.
Go outside. See?
I'm just there.
Go outside. Go outside.
Yeah,
and the
go
thing is, it's
outside.
like I wouldn't be able to date somebody like properly without knowing what they're like in a restaurant.
What, as if like
People
they're a
are-
Karen or whatever.
People are rude.
Yeah, and
The moment
we said
we
that,
said that.
in one episode.
exactly
Yeah.
the moment someone clicks our waiter, I'm getting up
Hey. Yeah. I don't know.
straight out
Don't
the
do
door.
that. For me, sorry. If a lady is doing it too, it's even more. Like,
Even
nah.
worse.
You definitely gave me the ick now.
Yeah, because who you trying to show dominance to?
Hey, big man.
Yeah, no doubt. Just leave. That's what I'm saying. So like, those are the kind of situations you need to put yourselves in. Like, and it's hard to do that in a space of 3 months
Yeah.
because really and truly, like I like traveling, so I want to know what
do?
you're like when
Yeah.
you leave the country.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Obviously, that won't be the first one, but like as it goes on, or I like to do activities and stuff. I want to know what you're like when you get on that high cliff. What are you gonna do? Do you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
Is it gonna be entertaining? Are you gonna be annoying? Do you know?
Or are
do
you
know-
like, are you calm?
Yeah.
You good?
Or can you just? You don't even have to be like. You don't even have to like it, but can you try?
For sure. Oh yes, I need to.
Or
God loves a
can you,
trier.
God loves a trier. Just try. You know, even if you get up there and cry, you got up there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like, it's like, will you be able to? Because when you see someone in that scenario, you're like, okay, anything else in life, oh,
You should be,
you'll
you're good.
try.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny as well. So when I look at men, sometimes I'm like, oh, the way they treat other people is so important because I'm like, okay, what if I go down the line in my head one day, I'm pregnant and I need you to help me. And
You don't trust them enough.
I
in
don't trust you
pregnancy.
enough by how you've just treated somebody else to help me. And I'm like,
And a lot of people, I just don't want to say women, but a lot of people end up in situations where their partner's pregnant and one of the two is not good in that pregnancy.
somebody's
Usually, it'll be the guy
Yeah.
who's not exactly the best.
yeah.
And I never understand the ones where they're telling you, I don't want to have a kid beforehand, before you're even pregnant.
Mm.
I want to have kids.
Wait,
yet.
who's saying that?
A guy will tell a girl,
That they don't want to have the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they obviously, shit
Mm.
happens. She gets pregnant,
Mm.
and then they're surprised when the guy isn't really wanting to be
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. That is a sticky one. That's a
Yeah.
big sticky topic right there. That one in itself.
Yeah.
I
I've never understood
it's
that.
so because I feel like I got a big size. And I feel like someone gonna come for me for this. Someone gonna get me. But really and truly, you're bringing a child into the world. If the other person doesn't want it, it's got 50% of genes from each side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one person's child.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have to take the other person's thoughts into consideration.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the argument is that it's not in them. Like
Right.
it's not their body that has to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, yeah, well, it's in my body, so I'll do it. But then, like you said, they have the baby, and it's like the expectation goes up, even though.
The person was never really committed.
Yeah. But sometimes I think an issue is not an issue, but like a thing that happens a lot, which why I guess women are more likely to go down that route sometimes, is because the man will change his mind.
It can happen for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And even I've seen it happen a lot, even people I know.
Yeah.
Like they've not wanted it, and then she's been like, oh, or like the woman doesn't agree with abortion and stuff like that. So she's gone down the route of having the baby regardless.
Yeah.
And then he has seen the baby and gone,
You know what?
I
can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that happens quite often as well, which is also a thing where it's like, okay, that could happen to me.
But you shouldn't.
It shouldn't be the train of
It's
thought.
such a dangerous game to play with that.
Yeah, agreed.
Because there's so much at stake. It's not, I don't know, you got some goldfish and, goldfish.
Just put them back.
You're right, you can just take them back to the sea or to the ponds or whatever.
Yeah, it's not put them back.
Yeah. Once the baby's out, the baby's out, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, like, for me, I'm the type, yeah, I know we've kind of segued out of slightly what we're talking about, but it can work.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, even if I'm not committed to the girl like that, I've always said, like, for one, it's the woman's decision. If she wants to keep the child, she keep the child. Like,
Yeah.
I can say, I don't really want to have this kid. But if she says, no, I don't agree with abortions, I
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah.
Who am I to be like,
Yeah.
no?
I feel like that's a valid point because a lot of people don't agree with abortions, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But also slinging it back to if you've been talking to for 3 months and you don't know that information yet, that's on you.
Facts. Exactly. And that's what I was going to say. This still like, you should, that is a big,
Yeah.
I feel like that is one of the things, once you're in the stage of sleeping with each other, you should have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because I know it may seem intense, guys. Like, oh, why we talk about kids? We've only just started.
Yeah.
But, the end result of doing the act is a kid.
Is it? Yeah.
So you should.
Oh my God, what did I watch the other day? And it said, we didn't speak about this, I don't think. It was like, humans and possibly dolphins are the only two mammals.
Right. Yes.
The only two mammals that have sex for pleasure.
Yes.
It's literally
every
to
other
It's
every
just
other animal
to
is for
have
necessity.
a child.
Yeah.
So you must have those conversations
Yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah. 100%. Hey, shout out to the dolphins though.
Shout out to the dolphins.
Getting it in over there.
Dolphins like things.
Okay. No. Hey, blank out that word.
They do.
You can't use that word on YouTube.
Oh. Sorry, I was about dolphins, so I thought it was okay. So it's about dolphins.
Hey, blank
They
out
do.
the word.
They do.
You're not wrong, but
Okay, sorry. I'm not tech savvy.
that is funny, bro.
Sorry. Yes.
It's funny.
I try my best
Ah,
in
that
this
is
place.
jokes.
Um,
But yeah, no, she's right though. They do
They do.
that.
They do.
They are
Naughty.
crazy.
Yes.
I think I've even seen something about they'll kill like a turtle, for example, and then like mess around with the turtle, play volleyball.
Oh
and shit.
yeah,
It's
they'll
crazy.
do some crazy
They're
stuff.
dangerous, boy.
Yeah,
They're
and they're the friendly ones.
I don't
See?
know about friendly.
No, but that's why they're the friendly ones, because then they can get away with the other things.
Oh yeah, facts. What
Yeah.
was it? Futurama? Maybe The Simpsons, where they had an episode
One of them.
where the dolphins came out and started bossing it up. I think they took over the world in the episode. That shit was
Wow.
jokes.
Wow.
But anyway, segue
Sorry.
that.
Sorry, it's my fault.
Yeah, you should in that talking stage. That is 100%.
Yeah.
You
But this is
it's
why I
something you should
think
have.
I do see the man's train of thought about the 5 years, because maybe 5 years is a stretch. I feel like even personally, I feel like a year is a stretch, because a year is a long time to
Is it?
it is
Is
when
it?
you're talking to one person and you're really like,
No, but think about it.
what? Not to get to know somebody.
Think about it. If you're
Yeah.
both, so you're saying by a year, you should be together. Like, boyfriend girlfriend. Is that what you're saying?
If you've been talking for a year,
You
Yeah.
should be boyfriend girlfriend.
yeah.
A year max.
No,
So it should be before a year, like 8 months.
I'm confused.
So
My
when do
brain
you
works
think-
in mysterious
so when-
ways.
So when
Not
do
a
you
year
think-
max, and not a year
Minimum.
minimum.
Right, but so it should be what 8 months minimum, where you should be by 8 months you should be boyfriend and girlfriend. Is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think you have to,
Yeah.
but it's possible.
Okay. So what is the like?
The minimum possibility, obviously, is 3 months because that's what people do.
Yeah.
But I feel like 5 years is
But
a
what's the
real
max for
stretch.
you?
Oh, do you know why it's difficult?
Kind of
Do
stipulation.
you know, yeah. Do you know why it's difficult?
Yeah.
Because, like I said, for me, I would want to see somebody in not all
All
walks
situ-
of
well,
life,
a lot of situations.
but
yeah.
majority of situations that I would put myself in and they would put themselves in
Yeah.
anyway. That might not take a year to do,
Mhm.
but from living in the society we live in
Yeah.
and having a lot of male friends and seeing men on a day-to-day basis,
Right.
men already know which woman it is.
It's
And
possible,
that's
yeah.
that's what I think makes the difference in my answer to that.
Right.
Because nowadays, a man will date a woman just to see, but they know it's not her.
I guess so. It could be possible. It's
Yeah,
been
you
so
don't
long.
date men.
Been
So,
so long.
Yeah, and you don't date men.
Obviously,
So,
not. But,
yeah.
but obviously, I would.
Yeah,
I'm being a man. Would
yeah.
I could understand?
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
But
So like, and the idea, like, I speak to so many women, and women find it, not all of them, a lot of women find it difficult to date more than one guy,
Mhm.
whereas men find it easy to date more than one woman. No, trust me, sweetie.
I'm not disagreeing.
No, it's a big look of truth right there.
I'm not disagreeing.
So sometimes it's difficult to allow a man that much of your time when he knows you're not the one anyway. So for a
Mm,
woman to give let's go with the 5-year spectrum.
yeah,
If we're giving a man 5 years of our time to work out if I'm the one, and he already knows it's not you,
I hear it. Yeah,
you've
yeah,
then
yeah.
gone and wasted
5
5 years.
Your prime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas
The body clock on a woman isn't as long as a man, so I hear it.
we going soon,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
hear it.
So like in this obviously is very different now than it ever been or whatever. But like talking to a guy for 3 months, that guy is gonna know
Yeah,
how much he likes you or how much he doesn't.
For
He
sure.
will then decide whether he's gonna lead you on for whatever he wants or you're gonna be the one that he wants.
yeah,
And I think 3 months of a man talking to a woman, because we have established this before, that women and men are very different
Mhm.
and the entertainment levels, we're not the same.
yeah.
So like a man has to really like a woman to be around them a lot.
Oh, for sure.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like our one hobbies and stuff like that, they're all not gonna be the same.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for a man to be around a woman for more than 3 months on the clock,
yeah.
he must like her in some way, shape, or form, and he knows the answer by 3 months.
Right, yeah.
That's a long time to be talking to somebody. And I think because of that, and knowing that a man could just lead you on for whatever his own sake is why my answer is like, yeah, I'm not giving them a year.
So, how long are you giving?
Dunno.
Said all that. What do you mean, dog?
Can't give a specific.
No,
But
but
5 years. I'm not giving a man 5 years.
Of course, we've established 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
is way
5
too
years is way too
long.
long.
Okay, but you're saying a year is too long. So, what are you saying? 6 months
Yeah, I'd give it between
Half a
4
year.
and 6 months.
to make it like you're both together.
Yeah,
So
4 and 6 months.
That's what I was gonna say though.
Mm-hmm.
Is because you're saying a year is too long.
Yeah.
Is it though? If bear in mind we're people who have lives.
Mm.
We're not young people who don't have jobs or whatever anymore.
Mm.
So let's say both of us have work.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will be Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
I think even more people are basically Monday to Sunday.
It's even
And
worse.
it kind
Yeah.
of fluctuates your
Mhm.
days off and all of that crap.
Mhm.
Then me and you are people who have hobbies. and likely we find people who also have hobbies, right? How much time a week are you spending with each other?
1.
Yes. And that's why I'm saying.
That's 4 times a month. That's a lot.
Right. So 4 times a month, 4 times 12 is 48. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's say minimum one time a
Yeah.
week. 48 times meeting each other in a year.
Is a lot.
It's not that much though.
We don't even see each other and we're friends.
For sure. But that's not that much though.
Yeah. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things, but as an adult, it is.
For sure. For sure.
But that's what I mean. In the
But
in the
for that
grand scheme of
decision-
life,
For that decision, what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say, of becoming boyfriend and girlfriend.
yeah, I think that's enough times.
Is
That's
it though?
When you think about it, though, you're not. This is what I'm saying. If you're doing the same thing 48 times,
Right,
you're not
yeah,
learning
yeah,
about
yeah,
that person.
Yeah.
If I have 48 different things I have done with you, I can learn things about you.
Mm-hmm.
48 different scenarios, that's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and regardless if you're busy or not, a busy person will make time for the right person.
No, for sure. For sure.
So therefore, that 48 times isn't going to be 48. It's
But-
going to expand.
But let's say it's
Mhm.
50, yeah?
Yeah. You added 2.
Okay, but listen,
Even
I'm just trying to
anymore.
keep this easy. Trying to keep it simple. Say it's
Simple
50,
maths.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
let's say it's 50, yeah?
Yeah.
And you can tell that they're putting time aside for you.
Mm,
They're just not ready to give it that full boyfriend, girlfriend title.
mm.
Do you just let it go?
But you would have had that conversation. And if that's something you don't want to accept, then you don't have to.
Yeah.
And I think that's where people need to take strength in their own accountability and their own decision that they want for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was talking to somebody for, say, 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where, yes, they're making time for me. Yes, they like me, but they're not ready for the step yet.
Yeah.
They need to be able to tell me why.
Mhm.
If you can't give me a valid reason why, then obviously you're just lying.
Yeah.
You just don't want the title. If you can give me a valid reason why, oh yeah, I don't really want to do it now because I've got a job abroad for 3 months. Da 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 da. Like
Mhm.
there's reasons and they're
Yeah.
valid reasons. Then yeah, fine. I'm not just gonna be like, oh yeah, no chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you would have had that conversation with each other, and if it got to a year and you're still having those conversations, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you as a person want to go on with that as a choice, then fine.
Yeah.
But there has to be some valid reasons in there to why you don't want the title. Because a lot of people, they don't want the title so they can get away with a lot of other things.
Right.
So if I can sense that from you, I'll be like, bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think it's going to be very different for each person, but you have to have those conversations first.
Yeah.
Because I think after a certain amount of time talking to somebody, you should be able to have that conversation.
Yeah, for sure. You should be comfortable.
Yeah,
having that.
enough
That's-
to
if
say,
if you're not comfortable to ask that, then
let's end this now.
that means
Yeah.
you're not comfortable with the person, really and truly. So
Yeah, exactly. Like
yeah.
6 months. If I've been talking to someone for 6 months, I'm gonna find out what the deal is.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna let it keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be like,
I
what?
think for me, 8 months is a good amount of time.
Yeah,
But they're 4 to 6. I can see,
yeah,
but it's more the exclusive rather than official. Like, thing.
yeah.
I think 8 months is a good amount of time
Mm,
because I do think a year could be too long. But
Yeah.
I'm not mad at people who could take a year
yeah.
as long as, like you just said,
Mm,
you have those
Exactly.
conversations and you're
Yeah.
both on a similar page.
yeah.
But yeah, I think 8 months for
Yeah.
me is a good amount.
Because I think as well, like if you are only seeing each other maybe once a week or every other week,
yeah,
then I can understand 8 months.
right.
If you're both unemployed and you're seeing each other every day,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
telling me 8 months.
yeah. But if you're unemployed though, how many situations are you able to get into to really know the person?
Sounds like not my problem.
I hear you. I hear you, but
Sounds
we
like
got
not
to
my
talk about it.
problem. No, it's true though. Like, and I think that's where everyone needs to play the level playing field of wherever they need to be.
Mhm.
Because really and truly, like, I'm never asking someone to have endless amounts of money because I don't. So
Unless you guys subscribe and like
that
and share.
ain't gonna work.
Ah,
So
damn.
like, yeah, like I just need like the ability to do stuff.
Yeah.
Some stuff is free, which people don't like.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
yeah, some people don't like it. Like I will go for a walk and it's fine. Ugh, I can't read and do this
We
at
had
the same time.
a stipulation put in by Jasmine. Does the time change if you knew the person before you started seeing each other?
Yeah.
No. Because I'm getting to know you differently now.
Yes and no. I think yes and no. Because you still know parts of the person's personality from
Yeah.
another perspective.
For sure.
And those parts of that personality won't change.
Yeah.
Like, you will know. I don't really want to use me and you as an example because that's weird. I'll just say, for example, somebody I've known for as long as Kevin
Yeah.
that isn't here. And if I started dating them now, yes, there would be aspects that I would get to know because I wouldn't know what you're like in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
But as a person, as your personality, I know you.
Mm?
Like, I know how you're going to act when you go to the restaurant.
Yeah.
You're not just going to switch that up for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, I'd know that like you'd play basketball or I know you do this. I know parts of your personality. So I feel like it would take off time of the small, like underlying getting to know.
Talk.
Yeah. Like the small talk would completely disappear because you
Yeah.
wouldn't need that. And I feel like some people in those scenarios really show who they are.
True.
So I feel like
But then, so if the person is different romantically than they are friends wise, now what?
well, then it would just be a no, wouldn't it?
But then you say that, but because you already have an attachment to the person,
Yeah.
I feel
I also feel like it just
as a
depends
human,
how old you are.
that too.
Yeah.
But as a human, I feel like you will give more allowance and be like, nah, maybe it's not that like that. They're better than that.
I think I'd give less.
Really?
Yeah. Because I know you're better than that.
But that's why I feel like you would
Nah,
have
I
more.
wouldn't.
Nah, I need to see this out a bit longer.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Mm.
I wouldn't do that.
So I mean, for me, I agree.
Yeah.
Less time. I'm knocking off 2 months.
I'm knocking off you want these numbers. I'm knocking off 2 months. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I still understand that.
Yeah.
But
Because also, if we talk about someone as you've known as long as me,
yeah,
we don't see each other often.
we don't.
So that would also change up. So now we're seeing each other more.
Yeah.
So that, I feel could possibly change how we are around each other.
Yeah.
I might not like you the same way.
No, I
No,
think
yeah,
it would
no,
get. I
Saskia's
think it
kind
would
of
get
annoying.
annoying. It would be so annoying.
So-
You'll be like, oh, they're there again. Oh, they're there again. Yeah.
I liked you more when
But
you
this
were
is what
less.
I mean. Yeah. But that's why I think it's so difficult because I'm like, oh, let's just go back to this friendship thing because this is harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I feel like I wouldn't give them as much leeway because you don't have to prove to me who you are.
Yeah.
I know who you are. You're just here because we're going to treat each other right. Like,
Yeah.
we should have been doing that anyway. So, like, if there's, like, a switch up on the romantic side,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Shaggy?
Scooby Doo headlights. God. Like, I wouldn't be able to just give them leeway and be like, nah, you're
Yeah.
allowed because I've known you for so long.
So you're saying you become disappointed quicker?
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd probably get these clicks. I'd probably get the ick faster as well.
Oh, I can see that, to be fair.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You would,
Nah, man, I friend zoned you before now. I can do it again.
yeah. Like, I definitely, yeah.
No, I can see that still. That's for sure. For sure. Let's just, let's just go back to how we were.
Let's just leave that. Let's
get back.
Let's just leave this where it is, right here.
We'll never mention this
Yeah,
again.
let's not talk about that again. But the thing is, some people do because, like, some people, like, even as friends, like, spend so much time together that that's what they think their relationship is meant to be.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, no, wait, actually, we were just really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't need to be this.
Mm.
So I feel like it depends because I would say, like, if we were younger and we were friends and then be like, oh yeah, I'll see where this goes, the answers are going to be very different from what they are now.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're younger, you're more inclined to just give that leeway because you're like, yeah, but it's my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's my friend. Now I'm like, but she ain't my friend now. We gonna have to, and I'll tell you about yourself, friend or not,
Yeah.
now. And I think because you're my friend, I'm more inclined to.
Yeah, it's easier for you to
Yeah.
to tell
I
them
can't
what
ghost
one.
you either.
That's true.
There's no ghosting.
That is very
Someone
true.
will find you. There's the rest of the friendship circle. They know who you are.
Boy.
Mm.
So, one last thing then.
Go on.
Is it easier to be friends first and then be in a relationship? Or is it harder then? 'Cause
I'd
you
say
know-
it's easier.
Is it? Because some people say you should always be friends first
Yeah.
before you
Yeah.
progress.
But then I think that's because you just learn their traits as a human
Yeah.
rather than towards you,
Yeah.
which I think is nice because then you get to, you like that. It's the scenarios thing again, but it's not directed at you.
Yeah.
It's like seeing it like as a fly on the wall, what they're really like.
Yeah.
And then you can decide whether you think that person's a good person or not for you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I think when you go straight into it, it could all be a lie. Do you know what I mean? Like it could all just be a facade for you or
Yeah.
whatever. So I think the friendship thing is scary, isn't it? Scary.
We've definitely seen that before.
Yeah. There's many a documentary on Netflix about that.
Definitely seen that's crazy.
Yeah. But like, so I think the friendship first makes sense.
Yeah.
But really and truly, like,
It
it doesn't
doesn't
happen that often.
Because it's like, I feel like once you, because it's us, we were already friends, so it's different.
Yeah.
But if it's someone you've never met before, then you're attracted to them.
This
but you're
goes
saying,
back to making friends as an adult.
yeah, but you're attracted to them and you want to use, but let's be friends first.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not gonna work.
No, because they probably just talk to somebody else.
Yeah, so one, you're gonna get jealous because you
Mm.
found them attractive, you kind of like them,
Mm.
but you thought let's just be friends.
Yeah.
And then two, the friendship thing won't work because you're attracted to them. So usually, if you're like someone, if you're physically
Yeah.
involved with people, you're likely to just
Yeah.
get to it quicker.
Exactly. I feel like it's more likely to happen. Whereas now, when you're older, it's like, okay, I'll go on a date with this person,
Yeah,
but then I'm like, oh no, this doesn't work. And then like a few years later, they'll come back,
yeah.
and you're like, oh,
this works.
okay, maybe I'll try again. That's basically the friendship you had just there.
Yeah.
They've not seen each other for 3 years, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, let me try again.
Yeah.
That's the closest you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard as well in London because it's not the same as living in like a small town or like a village and stuff like that.
Right, yeah,
because you're not always around the same people. Whereas if you're living in a town, everyone knows each other. You can know Tommy from down the road for
Yeah.
the last 10 years by chance, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, shall I date Tommy?
Yeah.
That doesn't work in London. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that happens. Like, even where my mum's from in Yorkshire, I feel like people, they grow up as friends and then
Yeah.
they're all living in the same place. So they're like, oh, let me date him.
Yeah.
And then they have kids there and it's just a cycle. Whereas here, we don't have that.
That's
There's
true.
a new people next door every day. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it doesn't make any
That's
sense.
very true.
So I feel like it's harder to do the friendship thing, especially if you're dating as an adult.
Yeah.
I'm not dating to make friends.
That's a fact. Don't have time for it. Yeah. Maybe be friends first and then
Yeah.
to see how this goes. Nah, I ain't got time.
Yeah, and if it does happen, it wasn't a choice.
Yeah.
They became your friend by chance
And then it
through
yeah.
a hobby you're doing or something,
Yeah.
and then eventually they were like, someone plucked up the courage. Do you know what I mean?
But then it's like you were both attracted to each other anyway, so
But no one knew it.
I don't know. I know.
Yeah,
I know
too.
when I'm attracted to
I
a
know.
lady.
too.
You know
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but the other person.
Yeah,
Sometimes
maybe.
I don't know.
I hear you actually. Yeah.
So like in like 3 years time, if you suddenly decide to be like, oh, do you want to go out? I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
That's
mean?
just rude,
It-
man.
that- no, but the shock. Why? What
Talk
we
about
doing? Me? Oh, not again. Yeah, you talking about me? Yeah. So like, it just depends on the scenario. It would be nice to have a friend first
Yeah,
and
for
do
sure.
it that way.
For sure.
But like, you can use your talking stage as making friends.
Yeah, I guess so. Still getting
It's
to know
kind
each
of what
other.
you are doing,
Yeah.
aren't you? It's just a time length of your
Yeah.
friendship.
Just seeing is it
Yeah.
worth
If you can
going
stay
further?
around each other for more than like
Yeah.
4 hours at a time.
That's a big fact. Big
That's
fact.
a long 4 hours.
Boy, trust me, I've been on dates where I was like, okay, just 2 hours. Just 2 hours. please, just do it. Just do
Nope.
Yeah.
On it goes.
it. Yeah.
It's nice though. It's nice.
But yeah, that's the end of the episode. We've come to the conclusion that 5 years is too long.
I think
I
it's
mean,
too
we had
long.
that conclusion before we even started.
For
Really
the
truly.
London boys, 5 years is too long.
Yeah. For me, 8 months is a good amount of time. Saskia is a little bit shorter at 4 to 6.
Yeah.
But
I'd stretch to 8 if you were going on holiday.
but also have the important conversations as such of if I'm to get pregnant, if I was the lady, am I keeping it? Ask him, do you want me to keep it?
Consideration
as a man,
is key.
Yeah, and then as a man, I would probably tell her I want kids or I don't want kids. That would help.
A lot.
Yeah, and then multiple other things, of course. But yes, anyways, thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your people. Them, give us a follow at frameofmind.pod on Instagram and TikTok. But yes, thank you for listening.
Love us and leave us.
What's going on?
I was having a little rhythm party.